Hey guys, Mr. Preacher Man back with you here. I just completed a quick review of my Sig P6 or P225 in the American market. And while I had it on the table, I thought I'd go ahead and do a quick comparison of it and the Sig P228, which is kind of its big brother in a way. So I had both of them out and thought I'd go ahead and let you look at the two of them next to each other. Now, these are both similar in a number of ways. They're both older models, both discontinued actually. I think maybe they've started remaking one that they call the 228, but it's not a 228 in the truest form. It's a different version of the 229 really. The 225, if you haven't seen my other video, or the P6, is a single stack 9mm. And the 228 is a double stack 9mm. Both of them were kind of marketed as compact firearms. So let me show you the two next to each other here. Front to back, very similar in size. They're both unloaded, by the way. So there you go. Same length of slide, same height virtually. The 228 is a little bit taller, just barely a little bit taller than the P6. The big difference here actually is going to be on the grip, and you can see that the P6 is quite a bit thinner than the 228, and that is because of the magazine size, the magazine capacity. So they're virtually identical in all other ways. Same function. The older SIGs, and like I said in the other video, my P6 is a 1983 model. The 228 is a 1992 model, so these are both older. The slides are stamped, not forged, and that's how Sig made all of their guns back then. So you can see in the top here there's a insert, and that's a steel insert that it goes in to make the frame a little bit stronger, and that occurs in both of them. You can see there on the 228 has the same insert there. They're both based on Sig's design for the 220, which was their first, I guess, semi-auto design back in the 70s. The market was there for a smaller, more maneuverable handgun, and that's when the 225 came out, and then the 228 based on that. So, like I said, they're discontinued now. I showed you some of the cool markings on the P6. It's got the manufacturer date or the issue date right here on the slide. It's marked P6, which lets you know that it was a military or police issue rather than a civilian gun. You can see on the slide here where it says that it's made in West Germany, which lets you know, again, the age of the gun. All of which I think are neat. The proof marks under the barrel next to the dust cover actually has an eagle stamped. I don't know if you can see that right there behind the trigger guard. Just really cool stuff. I think it's little intricacies like that make the gun cool. On the 228, you can see it's got a German mark right there, because it was made in 1992 based on the proof marks down there. I determined that it was made in 92, so Germany, but not West Germany. And then this is the cool part, and I've showed this in another video, but right there you can see it's got some sort of crest. I haven't been able to determine what that crest is, if that denotes that this was a police issue and turned in at some point. Just not sure about that, but I think that's just really cool. The history of these guns, the backgrounds the background of them, that they may have been service weapons. All just kind of lends to the coolness to me. I have been carrying the 225, the P6, quite a bit lately, and it just carries really, really nicely. The single stack makes it fit better in my hand than the 228, although I really like shooting the 228. The P6 fits my hand better. I did replace the grips on the 228. These are Hogue grips, and I replaced Hogue grips, but these are slimmer than the ones that it had previously. The ones I had on there previously had finger grooves, which I didn't like. They didn't fit my hand very well. So I have replaced these, and this is a thinner grip than what I had, but it's still not as thin as the P6. The P6 just fits my hand very, very well, and I really like carrying it. What people would say the drawback to the 225 or the P6 is because it's single stack, you only have an 8+1 capacity. But keep in mind that when the 228 was designed and came out, originally it was only a 13-round capacity. You can get 15-round magazines, and the magazines from the 226 will also fit the 228. So you can ramp up the capacity of the 228 quite a bit if round count was something that you were looking at, or magazine capacity was that big of a deal to you. But for everyday carry, I think for me, I'm comfortable with 9 rounds, and if I want to carry a second magazine, I've got a second magazine. So anyway, just a quick size comparison. As far as the weights go, I haven't weighed the 228. I know that the P6 is about 28.5 ounces. I think the 228 is like 32 ounces. So there is a noticeable weight difference between the two, but you know that each individual's preferences in terms of what they're willing to carry. I carry my P938 quite a bit, and that's a really tiny gun compared to these two. But the P6 has really caught my attention in how easy it is to carry, and I like the size of the gun. It's a bigger gun than the 938, and it just shoots like a dream. So anyhow, just wanted to check back with you, show you these in terms of size and weight comparison, let you guys see them next to each other. Very, very, very close in terms of the size of them. But I really like them both and wouldn't hesitate to recommend either of them for somebody that's looking into their next handgun. So this is Mr. Preacher Man 75. We'll talk to you later.